Hey guys, it's Rook here with the Atlanta GOAT format community. I'm here with Danish, who top 4 today in our tournament, in our first ever GOAT format tournament. Yeah, go ahead and tell us what you played today.
Yeah, man. So I played a breakerless and tribeless chaos list today. Played without breaker and tribe because I showed up and I realized I didn't have those cards. So I just made them solemn judgments instead, and it worked out pretty okay. Came second place.
Yep,
So, yeah.
good job, man. Good job.
Sir.
Yeah, go ahead, show us the sauce.
Sure enough. So for one of monsters, we're playing one Sinister Serpent. Love this card. If the card still read the way it did back then, I'd probably still be playing it. This card's great. Playing one Sangen, you have to. One Tsukiyomi. I normally like playing 2, but I genuinely did not have the room to play a second one today.
Yeah.
And the one, I saw it enough, and I was able to preserve it enough, so I think one is actually fine. The one BLS, I mean, you have to. Card's broken, it's too good, right?
MVP of the format.
MVP of the entire format, for everyone. Correct. Playing 2 Chaos Orc. I don't like 3. I feel like you break when you play 3. I feel like 2 is just the perfect amount. You see it when you need to, but you don't ever dead draw it super often, right? We're also playing double Dekoichi, double Magician of Faith, and double Night Assailant to return these guys.
Night Ass.
Yeah, dude, Night Ass is he's pretty good, man.
I've been seeing a lot of him today. So.
He's crazy, right? Because you discard him off for Geki Break, you add back any of your other flip guys. You discard him off Graceful, add back any of your other flip guys. Send him, pop a card. Like all he is just advantage, right?
Yep.
And that's what all these guys are. Magician of Faith is of course the tertiary MVP of GOAT format, right? Everyone loves that card. And then 3 of us just playing 3 Thundra and 3 Spy. Spy's bananas right now. If you're not playing 3 Spy, what are you doing?
You're a loser.
Spy. Yeah, you are. That's exactly right. 3 Spy is crazy. Now we're gonna move on to traps for 1-ups.
Okay.
I played 1 Ring and 1 Mirror.
Okay.
And that was it. I mean, these 2 cards are insane, right? Ring especially, I actually had a match today where game 1 was a draw because I had to ring destruction of my own BLS to stop myself from losing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You do that a lot in GOAT.
Yeah. GOAT format's it's a completely different beast from Modern or even Edison. And then I'm playing 2 Dust Shoot. Don't like 3 of this guy either. Mainly because if you see it too much, it'll end up not doing a whole bunch for you.
Right.
Like yes, you neg your opponent 1, but it can also kind of come back and bite you, because like if you open all 3 of these, you get rid of 3 of your opponent's like 4 monsters, and they have a 4th monster, you just drop it. Now suddenly you're down 3 cards, they're down 3 cards. Game state's super simplified, but you lose, right? So that's why I like 2. Card is of course still bananas, still broken. Should definitely be playing at least 2. Then 3 of traps. We played triple Regeki Break.
Yep.
This card's bananas. Love this card. Yeah, it's crazy. We played triple Jar of Greed. Shout out to Sharuk for the supers. I came in with 1.
Yeah.
So he let me borrow these 2. This card's bananas. Love this card.
Yeah, this card's been great today. Along with Regeki Break.
Yeah. I mean, these 2 cards are like the bread and butter of the deck, right? You use this to bait out back row destruction like MST and Heavy Storm. Breaker even. Hey, later, man. And then Regeki Break, of course, is just like a neg 1. Or technically it's a 2 for 1, but if you discard like Night Assailant, Serpent, one of the Thundras you search, or anything, like it becomes way more than a 2 for 1, right? It becomes like a 2 for 2, or excuse me, a 1 for 1.
And you like this over Wing Blast?
Every day of the week. I think in Edison format, Wing Blast is probably a little bit better depending on the list you're playing.
Right.
That's because there's so many extra decks, like monsters, right? So when you Wing Blast them, they don't re-see those monsters, they have to re-summon them like the hard way, right? In this format, like if they have a breaker and they target your Wind Blast and you chain Wind Blast to put the breaker back on top, like, that's feels bad, dude. Just the permanent removal, I think, is just kind of better with Regeki Break. And then, like I mentioned earlier, I was playing 1 Solemn, then the other 2 cards, I mean, this card, it won me games that I should have lost. Yeah. The other list I saw wasn't playing 3 Solemn. And I was planning on not playing 3 Solemn, but I didn't have the other cards I needed, so. And I like it. I think 3 Solemn's really good. Eating away at life points can sometimes be a pain in the ass, and I did play against 2 Panda Burn decks. Some advice, side these out for Panda Burn.
Oh yeah.
Not a good card against that deck, but against like every other deck, this card's bananas. Super. Then for spell cards, the 1-ups, we got the 1 Snatch Steal, the 1 Duo, the 1 Heavy, the 1 Graceful, the 1 Pot of Greed, right?
Yep.
These are like the 5 best spells in the format.
Would you cut Pot of Greed though? Because I don't think it's that great.
You know, it's not the ultimate, so it only draws me 2, not 3, right?
Yeah.
And that seems kind of weak to me, but
Yeah.
this is like the 5th best spell, you know what I mean? That's why it's in here, right? Yeah, I'm not playing a BrainCon or Preem or anything like that, just because, like, BrainCon, we don't play any tribute, so we can't get the full value of BrainCon, right? And what are we gonna pre-mat back? Like, the only cards we would want to pre-mat back are BLS and or Sword, right? And normally those get banished by my opponents, BLS or Sword, right? So we just didn't play those cards, and it ended up being really good. Then finally, we played Double Upstart. You can only play 2 this format. And Double Knock, because this card is still crazy.
Card is crazy.
Yes, sir. Do we want to do an extra inside as well?
Yeah, of course.
Sure enough, sure enough. So for sideboard, we do... my sideboard was also very... I really came to this tournament super underprepared, is really what I'm understanding as I'm going along the profile. I only had 11 sleeves for my sideboard, and I didn't want to buy more sleeves, so I played an 11-card side deck.
Wow.
And my friend is the one who gave me the skeleton of this list. Shout out Paul Black, loaded with the sauce. And I didn't have like any of the sideboard stuff he told me to decide, so my sideboard is completely different from what he was telling me. But it works out. So we'll start with double meta, double goat. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what these are in here for.
Oh yeah.
But we were talking the other day about like I can try like smoke screening into goat control. Never came up because I think my deck is way better than goat control. There's maybe a world where I put these in against like Chaos Warrior, and like I think like I love Metamorphosis. I think the card is really, really strong. There's just not enough room in the main for it. So I feel like in terms of playing for like the rogue matchup, generally you should win, but having more chances to win never hurts. That's kind of what these are in here for, right?
Yeah.
But these 4 could be any 4 sideboard cards you want, just the 4 items. Then we have Double Dust Tornado. This is a non-negotiable. This card is broken. I sided in against, I think, 3 of my 5 matches today. Like that, this card is so strong. The fact that you can set a card after you activate it is also so good, right? It's crazy. Swords of Revealing Light, really good against Chaos Warrior. That's about the only thing I sided it in for, but
Nice little tech card.
I love this card against Chaos Warrior. I think it's great. Along with some other one-ups, we got MST. Was not in the main. You don't really, you don't really need back row destruction if you're turboing through to see all your good cards, right? And it'll just force them to use their back row, and you'll out advantage them, you'll out tempo them, right? So this came up whenever I sided in the Dust Tornadoes. I also side this card in. So against like Chaos Warrior, it's very good because they play a lot of back row. Against Panda Burn, it's very good because they play a lot of back row. And then we have 3 more one-ups. We have the 1 GK Guard. This is in here because I didn't have any other cards on me to put in. I don't hate it, but I never sided it in. So make this whatever other go card you want. 1 Ceasefire. This did not come up, but I want to keep it in because there's like, again, this is like more for rogue matchup. Like I think the mill deck, right? They have like a bunch of cards set at one point, you know. So I think for that, Ceasefire is pretty good. It could be a different card. You know, y'all test and you decide. And then finally 1 Torrential. This didn't come in it all today, but I feel like against any deck that can kind of outpace your deck, it's very good to have this, right? Like especially in like beatdown against skill drain beatdown decks, this card is bananas, right?
Yeah.
Super good. So I like this card a lot for that matchup, even though it didn't come up.
And that was what, 11?
That was 11. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 4 other cards, make them whatever you want.
Yeah.
Don't copy my sideboard, it was bad.
You can just fan the extra.
Yeah, I got you. Extra literally didn't matter today. But you know, if it ever does happen to matter, always have the Dark Vault or always have the 3000.
Well, thank you so much, Danish, for the
man,
deck
of
profile.
course.
Congrats on getting top 4. I hope you enjoy your prizing, and I hope to see you at more GOAT tournaments here.
Yes, sir.
Hosted by ATL GOAT
You
format.
already know, man.
And hopefully we'll see you at the Grand Prix coming up in April.
Yes, sir. That's March 10th.
That's April 6th.
April 6th at Charlie's Collectible Show?
Yes.
This is where that? Wow, crazy. You guys should come out.
Yep. All right, guys. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace.
Later.